One, two, three, and four. That's very interesting because this video reminded me of when I was a child, and I had OCD to some extent, from what I can tell. I was never like diagnosed with anything, but I was very young, like elementary school, and for maybe like a period of about 6 months, maybe a little longer, I became very aware of those angles that you speak of. So much to the point where, like when you were describing it, you said you were really aware of like the gases that the food produced, and those gases you felt manipulate those angles. And you mentioned the word balance, I think, if I recall, which is a word that I would have used to describe that stuff too, because your body is either used to or desires like a certain type of that balance. At least mine does. So when I was younger, I was aware of the manipulation of those four angles, so much so to the extent that even when I was walking, like if the air was not right, like if my body was like maybe tilted more to one side than the other, and that meant like the proportions of air were different on either side, then I would become really aware of that, and I'd feel the need to correct that mistake. So if you're walking like this for 5 seconds, to balance it out, you have to go to this side for 5 seconds. I'm not sure if it's the same thing of what you're talking about, and I'm not even sure if it's OCD, because I know a lot of that stuff is mental. It's like intruding thoughts, and it might be different, but the awareness of what was going on was the same, and that's really the question. Was that like an increased awareness or a shift of focus, or was it really just some misfires in my head? Of course, to experience what you describe, do you have to be in the state of mind that you are in? Like what you were in when you were making the video, or do you have to be in the state of mind that I was in when I was a child? Or is it really all just about like experiencing alternative points of view, alternative perceptions that aren't really more or less accurate, more or less valid? They're just alternative ones. So perhaps even what we would call misfires would be an alternative experience. Might be of your angles, might be of something else. So that's what I have to say.